Cannabis Stock News Today here, the evening of Tuesday, November 10th here, and I'm going to go over our picks for the top 15 cannabis stocks for November 2020. Big top 15 here, folks. So stay tuned here. We're going to go through these, and I'm going to take a look at the daily chart for each of the stocks. Coming in at number 15 for all cannabis stocks, APHA, that's ticker symbol APHA. Here I'm looking at it on the daily chart. Let's see here, closing at $5.53, opening at $5.45. You see this hammer here, and if you look on this, this could be a large cup and handle, and we're just coming out of the handle with the hammer here. If I'm not mistaken here, what could be happening? So we could be seeing a large morning star coming out of this 3-day pattern. Keep looking at it. APHA has a shares outstanding of 289.3 million, by the way, keeping track of that for all of these stocks. So coming in at number 15, APHA with 289.3 million shares outstanding. Alright, and now the number 14 cannabis stock is Curaleaf. That's ticker symbol CURLF. We see it closing at $10.69. This one has a shares outstanding of 439.9 million. Also a high shares outstanding, very high. Curaleaf is one of the big MSOs, that's multi-state operators in the United States. And we see on all the charts we're seeing on the daily, we're seeing usually a 2-day pullback, and coming out of the November 4th election. So here's Curaleaf, and next we have at number 13 we have the ETF THCX. Alright, and this is the cannabis ETF THCX, and we see it coming down what could be also possibly a morning star on the daily pattern. Again, a rise around the November 4th, sitting at the close of $10.76. That's the THCX ETF, number 13. Now, the number 12 cannabis stock or ETF is TerrAscend. That's TerrAscend Corp, ticker symbol TRSSF, sitting at $7.29 at close. This one has a shares outstanding of 60.4 million, not too bad. It's a pretty good low shares outstanding. And the volume could be better. Today's volume was around 400,000, but you see this nice steady increase with a 2-day pullback here. Next, the number 11 stock is Liberty Health Sciences. That's LHSIF, and we see again, let's see, November 4th, we see a rise and a 2-day pullback. This is a very cheap stock, 38.02 cents. 346 million shares outstanding. It's a pretty high shares outstanding for Liberty Health Sciences. Next, at number 10, the very well known Innovative Industrial Properties. That's ticker symbol IIPR, folks, with 22.2 million shares outstanding. We see the increase around 11.4 and a pullback, but look at these numbers. This is coming down from the $120 range, and it's closing today above 153. So it had a large increase here. So this is a very expensive stock, but a very good low shares outstanding. See, the volume is around 700,000 today. That was IIPR at number 10. And at number 9, the number 9th cannabis stock is Harvest Health and Recreation. That's ticker symbol HRVSF, with 132.19 million shares outstanding. Let's see here. You see this increase here. This one starts coming up all the way in late October, and it's a very cheap stock at $1.94. The shares outstanding at 132 million, not too bad. This is our ninth pick, ninth best cannabis stock out there, and on to the number 8 cannabis stock. The 8th best choice for us is Charlotte's Web. That's ticker symbol CWBHF, with 104.7 million shares outstanding. You see the increase and the decrease. A lot of these companies are going to be having earnings coming out as early as tomorrow, November 11th. So you see a decrease into earnings. That's a good thing. You want them to drop into a big earnings surprise, hopefully, for all the ones that are having earnings tomorrow. That's not all of them, but a lot of them are, if you check the earnings calculator. Now, moving on to the number. This was the 8th pick, Charlotte's Web, and the number 7th pick is Cresco Labs, CRLBF ticker symbol, and this one's sitting here at 844. You see the 2-day pullback, even though it was really more of a 1-day pullback for this stock, and you see the increase from 11.4 and even a little bit before that in late October. Nice increase here. A lot's going to happen this week with the earnings reports. Cresco Lab has a shares outstanding of 104.7 million, and the number 7th best cannabis stock is, well, that was this one. Let's move on to number 6. The number 6 best cannabis stock is GTBIF. Moving on from Cresco to Green Thumb Industries. That's GTBIF with 158.5 million shares outstanding. You see all these red days, but it still keeps going up even into today with another hammer here. Two hammers out of these 4 days. It's a lot of downward shadow. Volume of 550 million. You see the MACD has a lot of separation with the blue line above the other line, and our daily RSI is above 80, so watch out for this one. It might drop a little more. Could go in either direction from where it's at right now. It's kind of an expensive $20.34 for Green Thumb, but this comes in as the number 6 choice for us here at Cannabis Stock News Today. And moving on to the 5th best cannabis stock, Trulieve Cannabis Corporation, TCNNF. Trulieve is a big name in Florida as well as a few other states. So this multi-state operator is putting looks like this small pullback the last couple of days, even though it was a big jump up on 11.9. Mainly today it's coming down a little bit. Okay, 11.4, you see the jump, and as early as 10.28. Trulieve has 38.6 million shares outstanding, and they have a very good balance sheet with lots of adjusted operating income, very positive for this company on the money side. 366,000 volume, and again I said 38.6 million shares outstanding for TCNNF Trulieve. And number 4 choice for the 4th best cannabis stock and ETF is MSOS. That's the multi-state operators ETF, it's mostly American companies, and you see this, what could be a morning star on the daily chart here. It's a very expensive $29.20 and $29.60 in the after hours. Very expensive, but a lot of good stocks on this on MSOS ETF. Let's take a quick look at ETF, the MSOS ETF holdings. And you see Green Thumb, Cureleaf, IIPR, Trulieve, Cresco, Grow Generation, TerraSend, and AYR rounding out the top 10. So a lot of good names here. Let's make a bigger list. And here's some more of the other names here. Harvest Health, acreage, etc. All right, and now I'm going to take a look at, I forgot to look at the holdings for the number 13th stock, which was THCX. So let's do a quick look at the holdings for that. THCX holdings include a lot of CGC, Kronos, APHA, GRWG, VFF, Tilray, GWPH, Scott's Miracle-Gro, Fire and Flower, and on down the list here, including Charlotte's Web, Canopy, etc. So this was our 13th on the list. I just kind of rewinded there for a second here. And back to the MSOS, the number 4 cannabis stock. Yeah, here it is. You see the steady increase from this low at $20 up to nearly, it's already gone above $30. So this is this ETF. You can zoom out, not really, because it's pretty new. Okay. This ETF doesn't have a long history, but it has a large presence in the United States companies. And on to the third best cannabis stock on our list is the YOLO ETF, ticker symbol YOLO, at $13.50 in the after hours today. It could be forming a morning star with this hammer here on the daily chart. And YOLO Holdings. Take a quick look at the YOLO ETF holdings. This one is going to be similar. It's similar a lot to the THCX ETF that we had at number 13 on the list. We have IIPR, VFF, GWPH, Green Thumb, GRWG, Cureleaf, APHA, CGC, TCNNF, and CRLBF. This one has a few more of the American names on the list than the THCX holdings. It's very similar to it, but I chose to rank YOLO as third on the list, and I put THCX over at 13th on the list. Both are very, I think, strong. They have a lot of strong holdings. Here's some more of the list: TerraSend, Harvest Health, Arena, Green Lane, some Charlotte's Web. This is, again, we're looking at YOLO's holdings here on the screen. That's our third best cannabis stock, or ETF. And moving on to the second best cannabis stock, or ETF. None other than Village Farms International. That's ticker symbol VFF. Let me get this screen fixed here. There we go. Now VFF, you see the November 4th jump with the low in the late October coming out of that, and you see the last 2 days it's last one day it's actually been doing pretty good the last 2 days, because this is a two kind of positive days in a row. Closing at in the afternoon hours at $6.30. VFF with 66 million shares outstanding. That's very strong low shares outstanding. GRWG is our number 1 choice for cannabis stocks in November 2020. Look at this decline, very strong decline in the last 2 days, coming out of the jump from 10:30 and this huge jump after November 4th. It's really taken a beating. You see a high on this day on November 4th of 1976. It's even lower than that day's high, so it's lost all of its gain from the election jump in 2 days, real quick. Looks devastating, but for this number 1 stock pick, earnings are coming up on should be after hours tomorrow on the 11th, I believe, and in the meantime, The RSI is so low at 53, and this is just looking to bounce here, these MACD and the check-in money flow. So this is our number one stock, GRWG. One honorable mention is CGC, Canopy Growth. Canopy Growth is around a little over $23 right now. Here it is with the see it in the last 2 days. It could be getting ready for a morning star in the daily chart. It took a huge increase, and I think it already did announce its earnings, and took an increase from there. But that's our honorable mention. Back to our number one stock with 48.7 million shares outstanding. That's Grow Generation Corp. And that rounds out the list today. We'll be looking at earnings for a lot of these companies. Hope you enjoy the list of the top 15 cannabis stocks. Again, I'll list them out. At number 15 was APHA with 289.3 million shares outstanding. Number 14, Cureleaf with 439.9 million shares outstanding. Number 13, THCX ETF. Number 12, TerrAscend TRSSF with 60.4 million shares outstanding. Number 11, Liberty Health Sciences, LHSIF, with 346 million shares outstanding. Number 10, IIPR, that's Industrial Innovative Properties, or Innovative Industrial Properties, with 222 million shares outstanding. Number is 200. Sorry, with 22.2 million, I meant to say, shares outstanding. Number 9, Harvest Health, that's HRVSF, with 132.19 million shares outstanding. Number 8, Charlotte's Web, CWBHF, with 104.7 million shares outstanding. Number 7, CRLBF, that's Cresco Labs, with 163.9 million shares outstanding. Number 6, Green Thumb, GTBIF, with 158.5 million shares outstanding. Number 5, TCNF, that's Trueleaf, with 38.6 million shares outstanding. Number 4, the MSOS ETF, very strong on American companies. Number 3, the YOLO ETF, very strong on North American companies. YOLO ETF, that's at 3. Number 2, Village Farms International, ticker symbol VFF, with 66 million shares outstanding. And the number one cannabis stock for November 2020 is Grow Generation Corp, that's ticker symbol GRWG, with 48.7 million shares outstanding. Keep a look at the charts for these stocks, folks. Find a good buying opportunity. These are our top 15 picks for November 2020. Hope you enjoyed them. And we'll see you next time at Cannabis Stock News Today. Be sure and leave your comments. Let me know what stocks you think we left out of this list, or where the list could be improved. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to Cannabis Stock News Today. And we will see you next time here on Cannabis Stock News Today, your number one source for cannabis stock news and chart information. Later.